Yeah, there's really no two ways around it. Ragnarok Online 2 was kind of a disappointment. Not that it sucked. It was really more of a case of, generititis. You know, when a game tries too hard to become something that it shouldn't, like World of Warcraft. Anyways, Ragnarok Online deserved better. And that's actually what we're getting with Tree of Savior. Formerly known as Project R1, a spiritual sequel created by Hakkyu Kim and his team IMC Games. So what better proof that this is a good thing, other than saying that Hakkyu Kim is the original creator of Ragnarok Online. So, sounds promising, right?
FreeMMOStation.com.
It's extremely reassuring to see that Tree of Savior doesn't succumb to the usual third-person perspective to go with the crowd. Instead, it uses the most recent technology to bring the past into the present, offering us a new, faithful kind of Ragnarok Online, like if it were developed today. The beautiful 2D character sprites, while small, are full of detail and personality, walking around the isometric 3D world with plenty of charm. The enemies and impressive bosses are in gloriously smooth 3D though, but do not fear. It all blends into a dreamy fantasy universe. Old school, but not quite old. You should get the idea by now, so we'll move on. Tree of Savior is an open-world MMORPG with 80 character classes, and each class has 10 job advancements. And yeah guys, that's 80 classes. That's... wow. Is that even possible? If you know any other MMO with as many classes, please let us know in the comments. However, some classes are actually hidden and very hard to get since they have strict requirements, so it's unlikely you get to see them in a couple of months. This game includes in-depth skill and stat systems, and you'll be able to customize your characters in the usual way by attributing points to areas such as power, attack, critical chance, defense, dodge, magic defense, elemental resistance, and damage, among many others. Anyway, we thought we'd mention the fact that there is a jump ability, something that many games ignore, and we just hate when we have to go around that stupid rock or fence that we could just totally leap over. This is actually useful in combat to avoid some attacks of regular enemies, but mostly of the bosses, which there are kind of 200 of. Yes, 200 unique bosses, very distinct art styles and attack patterns, as you can see from the gameplay footage. There's also a focus on making the community aspect easier for those who don't like to go through the usual process of finding someone, befriending them, inviting them, and then kind of hoping for the best. In Tree of Savior, you can actually use a party system where you just walk up to someone and you just turn into a party. In the same way, when the party characters drift too far apart, the party will break up. Easy done. It isn't unusual for someone to complain about bad balance in a game that only features 3 classes. So how's this going to work with 80 classes? Will everyone choose a few specific classes, or will IMC Games make it so that by sheer talent or black magic, every class will be perfectly balanced and compelling to play? It isn't an easy task, we can say that much. Well, the Tree of Savior focus group test, it shouldn't take long to begin if it hasn't already, and while it's reserved for Korean players, IMC Games already revealed that they're planning on an international version, so we're definitely going to get the game in the West. And while it may take a couple of years, this is still really great news for those that were disappointed by Ragnarok Online 2. Tree of Savior looks great, and if the trailer is any indication, it's shaping up to play great too. We're actually very excited for this game, and while we feel like there's a lot more to learn about it, we definitely rank it right now as one of the most wanted games.